The first card you have you passed is the Hermit. Okay, right, what I'm seeing here is you're over someone. You're sort of 98, 99% over this person. There's still a tiny, tiny bit there. Now, don't be angry. I'm not saying you miss them. I'm not saying you miss them in that tiny, tiny bit, that 1 or 2% that's left. What I am seeing is they still get into your head a little bit, just a little bit, or they're just in there, so it's like, you're going about your day and you're doing something that you, whatever, and, maybe you think something like, oh, they like this food, or they'd like that, or they wouldn't like me doing this, or something like that. So, I just think, it's just because when you're around someone all the time, I don't think it's that, you're still not over them. That's not what I'm seeing at all. It's just like your mind's in this habit of thinking about them, because if you're around someone all the time, or you're thinking about them all the time, you keep on doing that without even realizing it. So I think it's just a matter of, if you're still like this now, I mean, obviously this is in the past, but you might still be like this now. It's just a matter of your brain gradually retraining itself back again, because, you have gotten over this. I think you've put a lot of work into getting over this yourself. You've taken care of yourself. You've spent time, by yourself, working out where you wanted to go, like this Hermit. And I actually think you're still spending a bit of time by yourself, which is fine. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing. You might be avoiding a little bit of drama as well. I'm seeing some kind of, I don't know if this is family drama, but yeah, I'm seeing someone, yeah, I think they are in your family actually, and you might be avoiding this person, or just kind of, staying away from them for a while. Yeah, what I'm seeing is, it's sort of like you avoid them, like they cause some kind of problem or drama or something that you really don't like being around, and then you avoid this person, and then I think after a while you kind of soften a little bit, and then maybe you connect again, and and then what happens is you regret it, because then it starts all over again, this problem or drama or whatever this is. So I think by this time you're getting a bit wiser about this. I think you're becoming a bit more self-preserving, and you've given this person a lot of chances as well. I can see that, and it's just time to think about yourself. That's what I'm getting in here. Time to think about yourself, time to think about your own mental health, how this is all affecting you, and I think that's what you were doing. You were wising up like this wise Hermit. So that's what I'm seeing in that. I'm going to cough. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so the next card you have you passed is the Seven of Pentacles. Yes, okay, so this is what I'm seeing. There might be a little bit of jealousy maybe between you and this family member. I don't think it's you. I think it's them that maybe is a little bit jealous of you. I think this might be a sibling, or it might be a cousin, because I'm seeing someone who's close to you in age. Yeah, if you look at this man, he has all these coins next to him in this bush, but there's only one coin in front of him. You can just see it. There's a little coin just in front of him. So this might be how they see you, as someone who has all the coins on this bush, everything, and they just have the one. Might be that. But this card's also about hard work and patience, and that's what you're like. You've worked hard, you're patient, so you've worked hard for what you have. So it's not like you've just been given everything. And I actually get a feeling, I'm actually getting this feeling that they've been given a lot. They've been given a lot, and maybe that's one of the reasons why you're avoiding them. That's what I'm seeing, because yeah, I think they're actually the one that's been given things, and maybe they're squandering things. Maybe they're not taking care of things properly. That's what I'm getting. And the other thing I'm seeing is something's up ahead of you, and yeah, you've worked your way toward that thing. It might be a graduation that's coming up for you. It might be a promotion. It's something like that. It's something you've worked for, and it's coming up. You've planned for this, so that's definitely coming up for you. If you're wondering, oh, I think it's there, but I'm not sure. So yes, that is coming up for you if you're wondering about that. Yeah, this is really strange. I'm just seeing this. I'm seeing, poor me, poor me, poor me, and poor them as well, poor person. So I think that's about this family member. I think they might be someone who a lot of people feel as if they should help or do things for. So that's what I'm seeing definitely now. And you don't feel like that. You think, why should I be doing these things for this people, or this person, I should say. And I'm seeing the word cruel. So maybe someone might have accused you of being cruel because you're saying no to them, might be something like that, or it might not be that exact word. It might be someone called you a name that's kind of like that, mean or cruel, or not caring about them, something. Because I think there were some certain things that you didn't want to do for this person. Because what I was seeing in the Hermit card was you've given them lots and lots of chances. You've been backwards and forwards with them a few times. So my feeling is that you've tried with them, and you've tried and tried again. And now I think you've just gotten to the point where you're not engaging. You're doing the Hermit on them. You're not going near them. And obviously it's about money. So yes, it might be that other people expect you to help them out financially. Definitely follow your instincts with this. If someone gives you a bad feeling for whatever reason, doesn't matter what it is, it's like an alarm. So follow that, and you are doing that. But it can be very difficult when it's a family situation. It can be very, very, very difficult. There's pressure around this as well, a little bit of controlling, that kind of feeling I'm starting to pick up. So yeah, very, very bad situation. So I think you're right to just kind of keep your distance from all of that. That's what I'm seeing, and you are doing that. Okay, the last card you have your past is the Hierophant. Yeah, I'm seeing studying here as well. You've studied quite hard, or you're studying, or you might be about to be doing some studying or more studying or something like that. And I was seeing this thing that's coming up, so it might be around this, might be a graduation. So that's coming up again with this card. And this is really interesting. Okay, when you look at this Hierophant, obviously he's up on his big throne, and he has these two monks kind of looking at him, giving him attention. And yeah, they're kind of right down there looking up at him. And that's one part of the Hierophant. He's wearing bright red as well. The other side of the Hierophants, it's this inner side, and this side that doesn't like a lot of attention, doesn't like listening to the outside world. He has his ears covered, and he's wearing white on the inside, so that's a kind of a subdued colour, a kind of like, oh, I'm very pure and innocent and all of that kind of thing. So that's what he's wearing on the inside. So I think this might be something you struggle with, and maybe it comes from your family background. It might not. This is just what I'm seeing here. So, okay, I hope this is going to make sense to you. So I'll just try and explain this to you. I think someone in your family, I think they got a lot of attention, and I think it might be this person that you're avoiding who got this attention, because, it might be that their sense of entitlement comes from getting all this attention. But what I'm seeing is, you might struggle with having eyes on you. You might struggle with compliments, or, maybe, if people pay you compliments and you might not believe them, all of that kind of thing. You might say, oh, no, don't say that to me. Don't say that, I'm getting that. Because I think being the center of attention, having these eyes on you, to you, might represent this person that you're not happy with, or it might represent their behavior to you. Because I'm just getting this, I'm not like them, I'm the opposite of them. And what I think is, you might really work very hard as well to be very different from them, because you might think, no, this is my role in the family, that's theirs, I'm not like them, and I really do everything I can not to be like them, because they're not a very responsible person. That's what I'm seeing. They rely on people. There's someone obviously you want to avoid. So yeah, but accepting compliments and being happy in yourself and all of that, being comfortable with people focusing on you, that doesn't have to equal all of these bad things, these bad attributes of this person. You know, you're a different person anyway. You don't have to work at being different. You already are. Just because you're you, you just are. So I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I just saw all of that. So, you know, if that makes sense to you, it might be something you should think about. You know, if you struggle with accepting compliments and all of that kind of thing, it might be because you're kind of identifying that with this negative person. So just think about that. It might not resonate at all, but that's just something I'm seeing here. Okay, so the first card you have here present is the Ace of Wands. Yes. So yes, there is love. There is love coming up for you. This is what I'm seeing, if you're single, obviously. And I think this is where these feelings around the Hierophant, they might start to sort of give you a little bit of conflict here with this love connection. So I think you might know who this is as well. And yeah, I think you probably know who this is. And yeah, this is passion. This is pure passion. So they're really, really, really attracted to you, physically attracted to you. And the feeling I'm getting around this is a bit of a feeling of overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by this, you know, because when they connect with you, if they haven't already, they might have, they're going to be really, really, really clear about what they want. They're probably just going to come out and say, I want to be with you, I want you, let's do this, let's go out right now. You know, they're going to be like this. And you're going to be, oh, help me, help me. So I think you're going to be in two minds about this because, for one, you're still sort of in this tail end of this hermit mode, I think. And, you know, they're the opposite of the hermit. So I think that's a big hurdle for you in this. I think, you know, it's the big thing is you're not going to want to feel out of control because this is someone who just comes in, bowls you over, and I think you might be thinking something like, you know, I fell in love before, I lost control and I was hurt and I don't want to lose control again. It's kind of like that. So, you know, I don't think you'll have a problem with them. It's not them. It's the feeling. It's the feeling of being out of control. And yeah, I think you're going to really be trying to avoid that, and you already are. So when they come along, it's going to heighten that even more, I think. So, I mean, you know, if you were to ask me if I can see anything wrong with this person, no, I can't. I can't see anything wrong with them at all. All I can say is take your time. I know they probably won't want to take your time. Their time, I should say. They're not about taking their time. They are not about that at all. But, you know, they'll probably at least try to respect that if you talk to them. You know, they're a good person, and you know, I don't normally say signs, but it's obvious here. It's obvious. This is overwhelmingly a fire sign. Overwhelmingly. Okay, so the next card you have here present is the Queen of Swords, and okay, I'm just looking at the Queen of Swords and I'm looking at the Emperor as well that's just under this, and I'm looking at these two together. I'm seeing them as a pair in this reading, so I'm just going to talk about the two of them together. So just explaining that to you. So okay, so yeah, you're going to struggle a bit with this, and I can see why you are. You know, you broke up with this ex, and they're a huge part of your life, obviously, because you couldn't get them out of your head. And I think you're also feeling a little bit controlled, actually, around this family situation. That's what this Emperor's representing to me. And you might even be feeling controlled from people outside of the family, because I think there's some pressure coming from outside of your family, people who don't understand this. They might be saying, oh, why aren't you talking to your brother or your sister or your cousin? It's really horrible. You know, families should be close and all of that kind of thing. And yes, they should be, absolutely. But I think if you're outside of this kind of thing, unless you've experienced this kind of you know, family dynamic, I'm trying to say, it can be really, really, really hard to understand. And yeah, I think there are people around this kind of pushing you to be close to this person again, this sibling or whoever this is. I don't think anyone is actually controlling you, but there's a lot of pressure and it feels like control to you. And yeah, it's because it's family, it makes it even more stressful, I think. So yeah, of course you're going to be feeling resistant to being swept away and out of control again with this person in the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I think it just feels to you like you've gotten this control back finally, and you just don't want to let it go again. So this is what you have to work through. You've got to think about all of this, and what I was seeing in the Hierophants connecting to this as well. So you know, I'm also seeing a lot of strength around you as well, spiritual strength. So it's like you have this really strong spiritual foundation under you. And I think if you can try to tap into that in some way, you know, whatever your spiritual belief system is, that could make you stronger. It probably will. It'll make you a lot stronger. It'll help to set you free from this kind of feeling of being controlled and all this heaviness and all of that. Because there are butterflies on the Queen of Swords, and birds as well, and they represent freedom. So I think the spirituality that you have, it's very, very strong in you. I can feel this. Tap into that, and that might help to set you free of this feeling that I'm getting here. Okay, so the first card you have your futures, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm seeing this literally. This is love, and it's right here, right next to the Ace of Wands, so connecting right to that. So yeah, this is very, very pure, and I think this connection has the potential to develop into something very deep emotionally. Yeah, I still keep on getting this fear. It's this fear about, you know, it's almost like you're afraid of these really deep feelings. You're afraid to dive into this cup because, you know, if you dive in, it's like you might not be able to get out. That's the fear. It's like, no, I'll be drowning, I'll be out of control. You know, you don't want to be out of control. That's this thing. But, you know, there's a lot of potential growth here as well with these water lilies here. And, you know, obviously with the Ace of Wands, there's passion, there's excitement and all of that. But yeah, there's more than that here. There's depth here. You know, there's growth. There's a future with this person. I know it sounds like I'm trying to persuade you. I'm not doing that. But, you know, if this all resonates with you, you know, you probably don't feel ready, but it's all here. I'm just telling you what I see. It's here. The depth, you know, the future, it's all there. So I'm just telling you that. Okay, so the next card you have for your future is the Page of Wands. Okay, there's a bit of a warning here. It's nothing terrible. Yeah, check your paperwork. This is what I'm seeing. Check your paperwork. I'm seeing something you started, something you were organising, and I think it was a bit boring actually. It was something like administration, paperwork, something like that, something you were supposed to finish and you didn't finish this. And yeah, I can see why you didn't finish this because, you know, to me it looks a little bit boring. It's like a mundane adult task that you kind of don't want to do. You put it off. It's that kind of thing. And, you know, pages are teenagers as well, so they're not the most responsible people. I'm not saying you're irresponsible, don't be angry. But yeah, go and check your paperwork, go and check your desk, your office or whatever. There's something you might have overlooked. And also, yeah, I'm also seeing a message about this. So you might have missed this message. So check your messages, check your spam. There might be a reminder in there as well. And look at this page's clothes. They're heavy winter clothes. You know, he's in the desert, but he's wearing these heavy clothes. So I think one of the reasons why you missed this thing or forgot this or whatever was that you had this heaviness hanging over you, all this stress, family stress, everything else. So again, this is about what I was seeing in the Queen of Swords. You know, you need to kind of tap into your spirituality to lighten that load, to turn that heaviness into this butterfly and this bird that I'm seeing here. So, but yeah, go and check your messages. I sound bossy, I know. Okay, so the last card you have for your futures, the Three of Wands. Okay, yeah, I think what's going to happen in this love situation is you're going to take your time. with this, and that's a good thing. I'm glad you're doing that, because yeah, you're going to go into this really, really slowly, and they're not going to want to wait. They really, really want this with you. It's all over this reading. Look at this man. He's waiting. You know, he's waiting for these ships to come in. I'll move it up so you can see the whole thing. So he's waiting for the ships. He's waiting. He's looking out onto this golden sea. He's waiting and waiting. And he looks very patient, but he's not patient, because if you look at what he's wearing, he's got this kind of banner or scarf or something around him, and it's a checkered pattern. So it's like a flag that you'd fly at a car race. So they're going to want to hurry up. This is like a race. Hurry up, hurry up. So they're not going to say anything to you. I'm not seeing that. They're not going to pressure you or anything like that. But if all of this happens, if you do have this person coming into your life, communicate with them. Tell them why you want to take things slowly. Just tell them, just talk to them, because there's a lot of unsurety around them. It's this, oh, will they, won't they, do they really want me? Am I going to end up with them? I really, really want them, but you know, they're kind of leaving me on hold. I don't know kind of what to do. So, because, you know, if you look at this hill that this man's standing on, it's green, so it's very mossy, and you know, moss is obviously slippery, so he feels as if, oh, I'm really unsteady up here, I might fall off. So yeah, definitely talk to them, keep the communication open. I really feel for them, actually, and yeah, they're a fellow air sign, I think. Sorry, fire sign, not air. Why did I say air sign? Fire sign. I don't know what's wrong with me. So yeah, I think that's why I feel for them, because they're a fire sign. I don't know why I said air sign.